previous experience, I've been dealing with this guy who is broken, like literally does not know how to love. And when I look back over the history of my relationship, because I had to ask myself, why do you keep ended up with these type of men? And I was like, what does that mean, type of man? Is that they were broken. And when I say broken, I mean that they have been damaged from children. Nobody's loved them. Nobody's given them affectionism. Nobody has taught them respect. Nobody has taught them how to love, to receive love, and everything. So, like, when I say that, I mean in a way where, like, you could tell somebody, you know that saying, they, like, literally teach somebody how to love you. Oh, you don't like the way this person? Tell them, teach them. I've had an experience where I sat down and be like, hey, when you do this, this hurts me. Please don't do this again. Like, try it this way. And then they continuously still do it the way that you ask them not to do it, literally because they are fucking broken. So and they can't process it. They don't get it.
When does that stop becoming your problem, though?
What do you mean?
Like, if you meet 5 guys this year and they all have that problem where they don't know how to love, like, when do you say, okay, I get that, but I don't have it in me to give to you right now. Like, I need you to focus on you and find you and, like, figure out whatever issues, or like just figure your shit out first and then come back to me if you want to.
A lot of the times I don't even recognize that brokenness until, like, I'm well into the situation, and I'm like, oh shit, nigga, you got issues. Like, you got mommy issues, you got daddy issues. You dealing with me in a way that I didn't recognize at first. Because at first, a man wants to put his best foot forward.
Yeah, of course.
They're putting on a facade. Yeah. You know, at first, and I can only take in what you give me. And by the time I realize that I'm in love. And so I just want to know if other women, if y'all have dealt with broken men, and how do y'all move forward and get out of it after you've created a bond and built a relationship with this person, and no matter how many times you try to sit down with this person and express to them what you need, they can't give it to you because they don't have the capacity.
I'm not sure if I dealt with the situation of knowing when to get out of it. Because when I just feel like, oh, I can't deal with this no more,
walk away.
Like, I'm just done. I can't take it. And I can't deal with someone who can't acknowledge what he's not doing, or it's not good for me. Right. Because if I'm giving too much of myself and you're not giving anything, then I'm dead. Like, what can I do? And I can't give me and give for you too. Absolutely. Like, nobody's meeting me halfway. I can't do it.
Absolutely.
So it's just like,
and that's exactly, you say I'm dead. That's exactly what it feels like. It feels like you're continuously losing yourself, trying to give of yourself to this person to teach them something that you can't teach them.
But I think we as women, we fall in love with potential.
Yes.
And we don't need to fall in love with potential. We need to fall in love with what is.
Right.
We can't fall in love with, oh, this could be, he could be this, he can be that. That's not enough. Because he may never be that.
Right.
And then we're just hoping and wishing for something that may never happen. That's the first problem I think with women would go wrong. Oh, he's not working right now, but he probably could do this. No. Does he even see that in himself? Because he don't see that in himself, then you don't need to see that for him, because he has to want it as bad as you want him to have it. And if he doesn't want it and he's not putting the effort for it, you wasting your time. You can be giving that energy to someone else who is actually putting the foot forward, putting the effort in. Can't waste your time on potential. That's what I've learned, because I've dealt with people that was like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, and it's like, yeah, you're saying it, but are you doing it? I'm saying, yeah, I want to be a lawyer, and I'm in law school. I'm about to graduate law school. You saying, oh, I want to be a police officer, but are you applying? Are you in the academy? Are you
got a record?
Are you doing what you need to be doing? Because one thing about me, and I'm sure y'all the same, y'all not slowing down. And I'm not about to bring somebody along that's going to slow me down. I need you at the same pace as me, or at least trying, because I can't help you if you're not helping yourself. And if you're not helping yourself, you damn sure can't help me.
Absolutely.
So that's a waste of my time.
I think, so going back to loving somebody who's broken, I wouldn't necessarily say that I've loved somebody who was broken, but I guess it kind of applies that So I was kind of like in a situation where like I was with somebody who I felt didn't know how to love because they weren't used to the whole love thing or whatever. So I was like trying to force it in a sense, but at the same time I was still trying to learn how to love myself in the process. So it was like I'm requiring all of these things of you, but I'm requiring it because I see that's what my friends are requiring from their spouses. But I haven't sat down to dig into myself to see if that's something that I actually need and want. So it was kind of like two broken people trying to figure this shit out at the same time. And it's like we're constantly bumping heads because like I want this from you, you want this from me, but neither one of us have ever been in this situation before, so we don't necessarily like know how to maneuver, or like we're still trying to figure out how to be one with ourselves, so we can't like we're giving and giving and giving and we don't have anything left for ourselves. So I don't know if that's like necessarily the same thing as like loving a broken person, but I do get how both situations can be draining because it's like, you know, you want, like you say, you fall in love with potential, so it's like, damn, you know, if he do this, like I feel like he would be this, or you know, like once he realizes this, you know, I feel like we could do this, and then it's like you said, it just becomes draining and you're like requiring so much of this person to pour into you and you're not even pouring into yourself. I feel like I went out on a tangent just then. No, but I'm just trying.
But in your situation, I don't, no offense. No, but in your situation, I feel like both of you guys probably were broken to an extent.
Yeah, we were, because we didn't know how to love ourselves. Like I don't even want to speak for him, but I know for me, like when I was in that situation, I didn't know how to love myself. Like I was always up under him. You know, like in college needing to study for a test, but I'd rather FaceTime him before I study. Like it was just like so much, because that was like the first time that I was like in a serious situation or whatever. So like now that I'm out of it and I've like been alone for, you know, however many years now, it's kind of like I understand what I require. I understand like what I like, what I don't like, what I would want. So it's kind of like I feel like it would be easier to go into the next situation. But in that situation, it was draining because it's like I'm asking you of all of this stuff and I'm not even doing it for myself, you know. So yeah, I kind of get like the whole draining of like being broken and trying to be in love and trying to make shit work, and it's just like it's pulling you in so many different directions because you want to make it work. Like you actually like the person. I feel like finding somebody that you actually like is like a whole journey within itself. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I want to say something though. I want to. It's not about the topic, because you said something that I think a lot of women, most women, I won't say most, but a lot of women feel like they shit don't stink.
Yeah.
Right. So you said you was requiring something from a person
that I wasn't giving to myself. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of women do that. Like, oh, what you gonna bring to the table? He didn't do this. He didn't have that. He didn't have that. What you doing? You working at, like, I don't want to bash somebody working at Walmart, but I'm just saying, like, you not even better at yourself. So how do you expect a man to come into your life because you, what is it, like, you attract what you're ready for? Yeah. But you're not even ready for it. You're right. Yeah. So what you talking about, a man that have 6 figures, this and that, and what are you doing? Yeah. What you doing with your life?
I agree with Renee. I think a lot of women, they say, I want a man with this. I want him to be able to buy me this and buy me that. Are you able to buy him that?
Yourself.
Are you able to buy yourself that?
Right.
And that was the thing.
Women like to receive, but you also have to give to a man.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to be materialistic, but a lot of women, they want certain type of shoes. They want certain type of bags. Okay. Are you able to buy that for yourself? Are you able to buy that for your man in return? So how are you going to require something from somebody that you can't even do for yourself or that you can't even do for him? I don't think that's fair.
I get it. And not only materialistic, but I feel like women be like, oh, I want a man who going to provide for me, who going to do this and who going to do that. But you don't even want to cook. You don't even want to clean up the house. Like, what do you expect a man to do for you if you can't do it for your damn self? Like, you go to the house is a mess. They got 4 or 5. Like, what do you, like... It does not equate. It does not. I don't get it. It don't match. Don't balance out.
There's nickels out here looking for dimes.
Yeah. Exactly.
Shout out to Life Jennings.
Life Jennings.
He said don't be a nickel out here looking for a dime.
Okay. So it sounds like to me, I'm listening very hard because I'm trying to comprehend everything. And what I'm getting is like some women, like men are broken, some women are too.
Of
So how do you differentiate when you meet somebody who's broken versus you want to be lenient and patient with this person? Oh, he got some issues. Let's work on it together. Oh, you broken. You don't know how to love me, and you not trying to love me.
I think.
And I'm trying to be lenient with you, but then do I think my shit don't stink? Because I'm like, fuck it, nigga, I'm out. You not giving me what I need, and if by tomorrow you don't do this, I'm leaving. It's like, how do you balance that? And I find myself a lot of times I go towards I'm gonna be lenient and patient with you, and I'm gonna try to understand because I'm messed up too. I got some shit too, but then in the process I be so drained.
Yeah.
I be so.
I think that's when you know that
Yeah.
it's not worth your time, because I feel like it shouldn't be draining. Like,
Oh my God.
love or just like courtship in general is supposed to be like a joyous occasion. At least in my eyes, I feel like that person is supposed to add to your life.
Right.
If I feel like you taking away from what I've already worked so damn hard to establish, like, that's it. I don't want to
You gotta
have
wrap it
anything
up?
to do with you.
Yeah.
With that question, Khadijah, I think to differentiate the two is if a person acknowledges it. Like if you can acknowledge that you don't have this going on, or in this area I'm not good, I think acknowledgement is good. Someone who's
Sometimes
not
they
aware,
acknowledge. Sometimes they acknowledge though, Ashley, and they still do the same shit. Like, you know what?
They
I
acknowledge
realized
it to
that.
shut you up.
I'm sorry, baby. I did this wrong, but I'ma still fuck it up tomorrow and do the same thing.
But you know what?
I
To wrap it up real
have
quick,
that.
I feel like most women, our women's intuition, a lot of times is not serious
Yeah.
wrong. We know we in a relationship with somebody that we know is not gonna do what he supposed to damn do.